Have you ever wondered why bar charts fell out of favor in the late 1950s, particularly in defense and heavy industry sectors? It's a question that takes us back in time, to an era when project management was evolving at a rapid pace. Bar charts, once a popular tool for visualizing project timelines and work progress, began to show their limitations in complex projects. These charts, while straightforward and simple to understand, lacked the ability to predict the impact of changes and delays. Imagine you're overseeing the construction of a massive defense project. You have a bar chart in front of you, mapping out when each task should start and end. But then, out of the blue, there's a delay. A shipment of materials arrives late, a piece of machinery breaks down, or an unexpected issue arises. With a bar chart, you can see the immediate impact on the delayed task, but what about the rest of the project? The bar chart is silent. It provides no insight into how this delay might ripple through the project, pushing back other tasks and extending your overall timeline. Moreover, bar charts fall short in modeling the intricacies of project workflows. They lack the concept of precedence, the idea that certain tasks cannot start until others are complete. This concept is vital in complex projects where tasks are interdependent, and a delay in one area can have far-reaching impacts. To illustrate, let's consider an example. You're building a car. You can't install the engine until the chassis is ready, and you can't paint the car until the bodywork is complete. A delay in the chassis will therefore affect the engine installation and the painting process. This is the kind of relationship that bar charts struggle to represent. So it is clear that what was missing from bar charts was the concept of precedence, which is crucial for modeling a project and predicting the impact of changes and delays. This deficiency marked a turning point in project management, paving the way for more sophisticated scheduling techniques, as we'll explore in the next scene. Now, you might be wondering, what is this concept of precedence that bar charts lacked? Well, let's dive into that. Picture a relay race. Each runner can't start until the previous one is finished and passed along the baton. That's the basic idea behind the concept of precedence. It's that simple, yet so critical when managing complex projects. In the realm of project management, the concept of precedence assumes that succeeding activities cannot start until all preceding activities are complete. This means that if you're building a house, you can't start painting the walls until you've built the walls, and you can't build the walls until you've laid the foundation. Each step is dependent on the one before it, creating a sequence of interlinked tasks. This concept of precedence is essential for the effective monitoring and controlling of complex projects. It provides a clear roadmap of what needs to happen and when. By understanding the sequence of activities and their dependencies, project managers can better plan, schedule, and allocate resources. Moreover, it allows them to anticipate potential bottlenecks or delays and adjust their plans accordingly. If one activity is delayed, the impact ripples through the rest of the project. For instance, if the foundation of the house takes longer to lay than expected, it will delay the building of the walls, the painting, and ultimately, the project's completion. But it's not just about anticipating delays. The concept of precedence also enables project managers to identify opportunities for efficiencies. If one task finishes earlier than expected, it might be possible to start the next task sooner, potentially speeding up the overall project. So you see, the concept of precedence is far more than just a sequence of tasks. It's a dynamic and responsive system that allows for better project management. It provides the visibility and flexibility needed to navigate the complexities and uncertainties inherent in large projects. Therefore, the concept of precedence is that characteristic that makes network schedules so effective in planning, scheduling, monitoring, and controlling construction projects. Despite their simplicity, bar charts do have some limitations, particularly when it comes to handling changes and delays. Now let's delve deeper into the reasons why. When it comes to project management and scheduling, the logical relationships between activities are a crucial element. In a bar chart, these relationships aren't explicitly defined. Instead, they are implied by the order of the bars on the chart. This can lead to confusion and misinterpretation, especially when changes are needed or delays occur. Consider this scenario. You're managing a complex project with multiple interlinked activities. You've meticulously planned your bar chart schedule, ensuring each activity is represented by a bar lined up in the order they need to occur. Everything is set and the project is running smoothly. But then, an unexpected delay hits one of your activities. In a bar chart, this delay will only visibly affect the activity that's been delayed. The bars representing the other activities remain unchanged. You can see the delay in that one activity, but what about its impact on the rest of the project? That's where the limitation lies. Because bar charts don't explicitly build in the logical relationships between activities, they can't automatically show you how a delay in one activity will affect the others. For instance, if a delayed activity is a prerequisite for several other activities, those won't be able to start on time, but you wouldn't know that by looking at the bar chart alone. And what if the sequence of activities needs to change? Again, a bar chart can't automatically adjust to show the impact of this change on the overall project schedule. Instead, you would need to manually rework the bar chart, moving bars around to reflect the new sequence. This can be quite a time-consuming process, especially for large, complex projects. So while bar charts are simple and easy to understand, they do have their limitations. To determine the impact of the change on the overall project, the bar chart schedule must be reworked, which can be a time-consuming process. It's essential to be aware of these limitations when choosing the right project management tool for your needs. In contrast, network schedules handle changes and delays much more effectively. This is because they are built on the concept of precedence, where each activity is linked to others in a logical sequence. Changes in one activity can affect others, creating a ripple effect through the entire network. Let's paint a picture. Imagine you're constructing a building. You can't start putting up walls until the foundation is laid, and you can't install windows until the walls are up. Each step is dependent on the one before it. This is the essence of a network schedule. Now let's consider a delay. Say the foundation takes longer to set than anticipated. In a bar chart, you'd have to manually adjust the start times for all subsequent activities. But in a network schedule, this change automatically ripples through the system. The software recalculates the start and finish times for all dependent tasks, instantly showing you the impact of the delay on the overall project timeline. This real-time dynamic adjustment is a significant advantage of network schedules. It provides a clear, immediate understanding of how changes or delays might affect your project's completion. No need to rework the entire schedule manually, saving you precious time and reducing the chance for errors. Moreover, network schedules are not just about handling delays. They can also help with resource allocation. By having a clear view of the project's timeline and dependencies, you can better plan and allocate resources. You can see at a glance which tasks can be worked on simultaneously and which ones require specific sequencing, allowing for more efficient use of resources. So, in a nutshell, network schedules provide a more flexible, dynamic, and efficient way of managing complex projects. They allow for real-time adjustments, better resource allocation, and a deeper understanding of how changes and delays affect the overall project timeline. So, while both bar charts and network schedules have their place, it's clear that for complex projects requiring the ability to handle changes and delays, network schedules come out on top. So, we've taken a journey from the bar charts of the 1950s to the network schedules of today. This journey has highlighted the evolution of project management tools, and more importantly, the significance of precedence in managing complex projects. We've learned how the bar charts, although useful, were found wanting when it came to predicting the impact of changes and delays. They lacked the concept of precedence, which is the essential principle that succeeding activities cannot start until all preceding activities are complete. This deficiency led to a fundamental inability to model projects accurately and predict the consequences of changes and delays on the original schedule. We've also discovered that while bar charts did implicitly include activity sequencing, the logical relationships between activities were not explicitly built into them. Therefore, any change in sequence or duration of an activity affected only those activities for which the sequence or duration was changed. To determine the impact of the change on the overall project, the entire bar chart schedule had to be reworked, a tedious and time-consuming process. On the other hand, we've seen how network schedules, with their explicit inclusion of activity logic, have revolutionized project management. A change in sequence or duration for any activity in a network schedule ripples through the network, showing the impact of the change on all other activities. This powerful feature allows for a quick and comprehensive understanding of the effects of changes and delays, making the management of complex projects a more efficient and effective process. In closing, this evolution from bar charts to network schedules underscores the importance of continuous innovation and adaptation in project management tools. It reminds us of the need to embrace the concept of precedence and the advantages it brings in planning, scheduling, monitoring, and controlling complex projects. Next time you're faced with a complex project, remember the lessons of the past and consider the benefits of network scheduling. Thank you for watching.